Hello YouTubers, this is Jacques from The Moving Icon, and I am here with Raphaelle. There you go. So Raphaelle's gonna do a look. We're going winter. We're out in the winter. We're gonna try winter stuff with my Canon 6D and my Canon 80D with the 1635 and the 50mm. So enjoy. Now, before I start this video, people, I just want to tell you, make sure you check out my playlist, which is a look at my photo shoots. It's really cool. I think you guys are gonna like it. Now, I wanted to work with Raphaelle for a little while now. We had spoken about doing a photo shoot, and she was really interested, but the time really never came up. I was a tiny bit fed up of photo shoots inside, so I proposed to take the photos outside. Not knowing what I was getting into, as always, I jumped into an outdoor natural light photo project in the winter. Do I have to Photoshop that? Oh boy. Although I know quite a bit about shooting in natural light, the reality of doing this in the winter environment is a bit different. I encountered quite a few caveats, and from the evaluation, the photos I looked at, and my experience, I came up with these tips. I separated my tips into two. One is shooting strategy tips, and the other one is photo tips. So here they are. Shooting tip number one: if it's cold, keep three things warm: your camera equipment, your hands, and your model. Feet are cold. Okay, it's really important that the model be as comfortable as possible. That's just natural, but when you go out there, you don't realize that cold is cold. No matter how warm it is, and relatively warm for the season, repetitively ask her, are you cold? Are you okay? Are you comfortable? Really, really important. Tip number two, keep your mode of transportation nearby. Why? Well, your car is your locker. It's where you keep everything, where you can go get your equipment. I mean, it sounds simple and evident, but it isn't always that evident. Tip number three, always plan a small mini bag so that you can actually leave that locker and go and do a shoot with the equipment you need. So you have to have like a sub bag so that you can put some of the essential stuff for the shot you are about to take. It makes it so that you have less and less trips to make. Now, tip number four, there are limits to how cold it can be for you to go out there. I personally would say minus 20 Celsius or minus 4 Fahrenheit would be the cutoff point for me. You can do a lot of stuff within that range, but even when you start getting to colder amounts, you better think of doing a winter shoot and not plan to have a person taking off too much clothing during the shoot. Okay, so now I have like 3 photo tips that I think everyone should think about. Winter is all about snow, and bear that in mind. There is a great deal of it everywhere. This creates scenes where color dynamics are not really there. I mean, you have a lot of white and you have your subject. Bear in mind that that gives a great look, but don't expect fantastically colorful backgrounds. Tip number 2 is that shots with low color dynamics also give you great, fantastic contrast. So this is good news because you can actually play and have a sort of contrasty look to your image. Now, what I'm really trying to say is expect high contrast when you go out and shoot, be that for the good or for the bad of your photo shoot. Tip number 3, the last one of the photo tips, is there is nothing that compares to an overcast winter sky. It's just not the same as an overcast summer sky. And you are talking about one of the most beautiful softboxes in the world because you also have a natural reflector on the ground. So bear that in mind as well. You're going to get nice soft tones, highlights and shadows that are not as defined in any other sort of shoot. So it's a very soft sort of look that you get in all your photos. So those are my tips. Listen, it's from the lessons I learned and what happened when I actually went out and started to evaluate my photos. I was sometimes pleasantly surprised and sometimes disappointingly surprised. So there it is. I hope that helps. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and for my high quality stuff, check out Behance. If you like this video, don't forget to click the thumbs up at the bottom. If you want to keep in cahoots with what I do, subscribe, and don't forget, everybody, keep on making something from nothing.